We've made it into the off season and Coach Vini doesn't quite know what to do. He's got a couple of boxes in his office. He's trying to figure out, like, should I ask for a bigger office or should I just keep playing games on my tablet right now? But anyways, we are getting ready for the draft, for free agency. There's so many big things about to happen that could change our team. Let's just see how the New York Jets shape up going into the following season. Now in free agency, we have about 23 million in cap space right now, and I see Kendall Fuller sitting here, and I think we can actually make a play for him. Now we have David Amerson, we got Tremaine Johnson, but this dude could be the lockdown corner we've been waiting for. Now for Kendall Fuller, we're going to come in with a 4-year, $5.4 million with a $2.91 million signing bonus. Let's see if $33 million is enough to bring Kendall Fuller over to the New York Jets. Now a guy that's kind of old right now and isn't costing a crazy amount of money is Josh Sitton. And basically he's saying for a year of his service, he's about $8 million. And I've seen worse offers, so let's go ahead and put some money on the table for him. So for Josh Sitton, we're going to go a little bit above what the Cardinals offered him. We're doing 1 year, just a hair under $6 million per year with a $3 million signing bonus. Hopefully it's enough to bring him onto the team. Let's find out. So that does put us 1 point above the Cardinals right now. No idea if he'll take us or the Cardinals, but look, I know we have Ben Powers behind him, but look, Powers is still young. We want him to move around a little bit, and there's some other holes in our offensive line that either Powers or Sitton can move to. This will be a good move for our team. Another guy I have my eye on is Reggie Ragland, and I can't believe this dude is sitting here in free agency, and no one has made an offer to him. So Reggie Ragland, we're going to offer him 4 years at $2.8 million with a $1.46 million signing bonus. Let's see if the man from Alabama comes on over to the New York Jets. Another guy I happen to notice that was sitting in free agency, which may mean that I don't need to draft a young running back, is Matt Breida. Now, we can give him an offer of 4 years, $1.5 million with a 1.40 signing bonus. No one has made this guy an offer, so the chances of getting him are kind of actually pretty high. So to recap, here are the guys we're going for: Kendall Fuller, Josh Sitton, Reggie Ragland, and Matt Breida. I think all of those guys would be great additions to the team. Let's see if any of them actually take the offer, though. So I've got good news, and, well, I obviously have bad news, too. Now, Josh Sitton accepted the contract. Kendall Fuller did not, but we did get Reggie Ragland, too, which means that we're in a really good spot right now. Also to note, Matt Breida has not declined us yet. He's still waiting on offers, but right now, even though our offer is low, we're still in the running. And if you're wondering where Kendall Fuller went, well, the Giants ponied up, paid him a little bit more money, or actually a lot more money than we had, and he's gonna go make the big bucks on the other part of New York for the Giants. Now, even though we missed out on Kendall Fuller, Trey Waynes is actually still there. Now, we could go after Tavon Young, but he's getting a little bit pricey, and I think for what Trey Waynes offers us, he'll be fine in our scheme. So we're gonna offer him a deal, and then maybe we can land him instead of Kendall Fuller. Now, he originally wanted a 1-year deal, but I'm not a fan of 1-year deals, so we're going to offer him a $10 million deal across 2 years, and hopefully it's enough to sway him to come to New York. In the next round of free agency, I'm happy to say that we got Trey Waynes, but Matt Breida, well, he hasn't signed or declined yet. But in the final week of free agency, Matt Breida came to his senses, and we finally got him signed to a deal. Recapping free agency for some of the biggest players, you can see that Derrick Henry was kind of the top guy on the market, and it was a little bit out of our budget range, especially because we've got a young stud in Bryce Love. But he went to the Raiders for almost $40 million. See Devondre Campbell go to the Dolphins, Vic Beasley Jr. goes to the Denver Broncos, Marshall Yanda goes to the Broncos, Kendall Fuller again sadly goes to the Giants, Giovanni Bernard moves from Cincinnati to Tennessee, Jalen Mills goes to Houston, Glover Quinn to Detroit, Sheldon Rankins. See, a lot of these guys are the move. Austin Keller is going to be a good guy for Green Bay. They kind of need that running back. Kenyon Drake goes to the Lions. But what's interesting is there were some top-tier free agents that didn't get signed, and we're heading into the draft, so I'm sure they'll get signed after. But Shady McCoy, no one's picked up. Emmanuel Sanders, getting a little bit old now, no one has picked up. Phillip Rivers, no one has picked up Phillip Rivers. I mean, there are some big names out there that could still help teams, and we'll see what happens with them, but there's a lot of talent sitting in free agency right now. So the NFL draft has started. We have the number 7 pick, and whoa, Tua from Alabama got drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals as the number 6 pick. So Andy Dalton, pretty sure you're out of the door. It's the Tua era from here on out. Now, as you guys just saw, Tua from Alabama just went to the Cincinnati Bengals as their franchise quarterback. And there's still 2 franchise quarterbacks on the board in Jake Fromm and Jacob Eason. But I'm happy to tell you guys that we will not be taking either of them because I believe that we have our franchise quarterback in Sam Darnold. But the thing that I'm really sad about is Jalen Phillips, the stud left outside linebacker we have been stalking all season long. Someone has already drafted him, and he's not even available anymore. Like, he's gone. And there goes our dream of getting that lockdown left outside linebacker to control our defense. He's gone, ladies and gentlemen. So rather than risk another player getting taken ahead of where we want him to, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a reach. They're projecting, this got to be a late first rounder, but Henry Ruggs I think he's a little bit better than Jerry Jeudy in his draft class. You can see as a 40-yard dash, he's second. In terms of the 3-cone and the 20-yard shuttle, he's first there. And that means he's got to be super fast. And if you go ahead and compare what Jerry Jeudy has, he's ranked a couple spots ahead of him in this draft class. He's a little bit slower. His vert jump's better. But I need a guy that's fast to pair up with Robbie Anderson. And so I think in this draft class, the guy we have to go with is Jerry Jeudy. And again, we have the 16th pick. I don't want to risk not getting him. So Henry Ruggs, you're welcome. Now you are a member of the New York. He's an 81. He's ranked number 8 in true value or true talent, and we drafted him at 7. So okay, it wasn't a reach. Anyone in the comments tells me it's a reach, you were out of your mind. We just got the 6'1", 190-pound, all-class world athlete. And he's a star trait too. I'm hyped. Let's see the 96 speed, 97 acceleration, 85 catching. His catching traffic is literal trash. Spectacular catches is not bad for a rookie, but look at these ratings. 86 short route, 91 medium, 88 deep route, 90 release, 96 agility, 86 jumping. Yo, Sam Darnold? You might, 97 injury, 96 stamina? Yeah, Sam Darnold, you got yourself a weapon. Now here at pick number 16, Jacob Eason's still on the board, J.K. Dobbins is there as well, but I want to go with a different guy from the Ohio State in Chase Young. This guy, I think, has what it takes to be the next dominant defensive lineman. They peg him as a mid-first rounder. We are in the mid-first round. 6'5", 280. Look at it, B tackle, B hit power, B power moves. He has to have a great strength rating. He's third overall for right ends and bench press with 33 reps. His broad jump is pretty good. His speed's probably going to be not that great, but I need some guy on there to help out on the defensive line. He's probably going to play left end and not right end for me. But let's see what Chase Young is. We're drafting him, and he's a 78 overall with a star rating or star talent rating. So he was ranked 24th at true talent. We drafted him at 16. A little bit of a reach, but I still think it was a good pick overall. Now here at the 32nd pick, I want to pull a Bill Belichick and go ahead and trade the draft pick that we have available to us. There's got to be a team in the second round, middle of it, that wants to trade back into the first to get their guy. So a 2021 second rounder, a 2021 third rounder, and then a 7th round draft pick this year. We could probably try to flip for a late pick next season. We're going to take that from Oakland and move this 32nd pick to them. So here in the second round, Jacob Eason is still on the board, and he's just falling because he was supposed to be a top 2, a top 3 draft pick at worst. And for whatever reason, whether it's off the field, whether it's combine grade, no one wants to take this guy. So I'm not going to look at him. I have another guy I want to look at, and that's Kobe Phillips here, a corner out of LSU. He had a really high combine grade of 7.5. There's not really any corners that are available outside of DeAndre Cooper at the moment and Stephen Gordon, both of which had a really bad combine grade. So we're gonna go, actually not combine grade, but their overall rating. So Kobe Phillips, 7.5. Man coverage isn't great. His press is good. His tackle solid. His 3-cone and his 20-yard shuttle were good. I'm not super crazy about this draft pick, but I'm willing to risk it on him. And it actually pays off. We got his 78 overall. He's ranked number 26 in true talent, and we got him at number 41. To me, that's good value. I need to add to this corner list, and welcome to the squad, Mr. Phillips. In the third round at pick number 9, none of the guys that I really valued there super highly were available. So instead, we're going to trade with New England, who gives us a 2021 second round draft pick and a 2020 7th round draft pick. We're going to go ahead and pull the move on that deal ASAP. Now we've skipped ahead to the 5th round at the 14th pick, and again, the guys at the top of the board, either not very good or they're running backs, and we don't need either of those right now on our team. Now there's a couple wide receivers, but we have 7 on the roster right now, so we have to do some stuff there. But I think where I want to go is quarterback, and Dallas Day is a no for me because he's an undrafted grade. Corey Powell I didn't do any research on. Then we have Henry Henson, and we have Jeremy Franklin. I'm leaning towards Jeremy Franklin because, one, he's kind of a scrambler, which I kind of like as having our backup. We can put him in the Wildcat, do some cool things. I know we have Jalen Hurts, but I need a guy that might be a little bit more capable than him, or at least to challenge Jalen Hurts to make him improve. This guy's got pretty solid ratings overall. You see he hit a 40-yard dash. He's definitely fast, as he was 4th in that. He's got a 20-yard shuttle. He's strong. He's got a 20 rep for the bench press. Henry Henson, not a scheme fit, but he's got a really good vert, but he's just not really overall fast. So I think the move here is Jeremy Franklin. We're going to give him a shot. And he's a 75 overall. Again, that's not bad as the backup. That's right around where I think Jalen Hurts is, or slightly above him. He was ranked 85th in true talent, and we got him at 142. I'll look at his ratings: 87 throw power, 77 deep accuracy, 82 medium, and 83 short. His throw under pressure is an 81. His play action solid, though, and the run's good. Break sack is also very good. His speed is an 82, so I think this is a solid, good value pick here in the 5th round. In the 5th round with our 32nd overall pick, we're going to go ahead and take a guy that's basically pegged to be an early 6th rounder. I don't really know how good he's going to be because he's not really rated in the top 20 except for one thing at vert jump. Probably not going to be good, may not even make the roster, but Blair Pinion, we're going to take a gamble on you. And he's by far the worst guy we've drafted, 70 overall. He was ranked at 181, we got him at 160, so we've hit him pretty much every pick except for this one. In the 7th round, we're basically down to the bottom of the barrel, and I don't really have much research on this guy. He's not great at catching traffic, he's not great at short round, but he is a tight end, and we need to push some people on our roster. So let's see what Zach Cleland's got. 70 overall, he was ranked 188, we got him at 193, so he's pretty good value for where we drafted him. So this draft class is a special one because I feel so good about the players we drafted. It's so much better than the year before, in my opinion. I mean, Bryce Love was kind of the creme de la creme of that one, but this one top to bottom just feels a little bit stronger. Now, Henry Ruggs was our first guy we took at number 7. He's an 81 overall. We got Chase Young after that at number 16, 78 overall. In the 2nd round, we also got Kobe Phillips to play slot corner for us as a 78. We got Jeremy Franklin in the 5th round, a steal in my opinion at a 75 overall. That's us doing great research. We got Blair Pinion in the 5th, who was a 70. Zach Cleland, who was a 70, and that was all that we drafted, but with our worst 2 picks being a 70 overall and us getting them in the 5th and 7th round, I'm extremely happy with how this draft went. If you're curious how the draft ended up shaking out, well, here's a good look at the overall picture. So CJ Henderson was your number 1 overall pick at a 79 overall. Trey Smith went to the Vikings as a left guard as an 81 overall. The guy that I wanted, and I'm going to be sick for a really long time because we didn't get him, Jalen Phillips goes top 3. I mean, top 3 and number 3 here. 83 overall. This guy is going to be a legend in the NFL. His stats are just ridiculous. I don't even want to look at him anymore. Walker Little ends up going 4th overall to the Giants. Jonathan Taylor, a halfback, I think out of Wisconsin, goes there to the Dolphins. Tua goes to Cincinnati at number 6, and that is a great value pick for them. We obviously got Henry Ruggs. Chase Lucas goes to Dallas. You get Mickey Becton goes to Seattle. At number 10, you get Jake Fromm. I mean, there's a lot of talent here overall. And a lot of you guys are probably curious about where Jacob Eason went. Well, he's doing pretty well for himself. He's in New England, and they got a really good draft. This might even be better than ours. They got CJ Henderson at a 79 corner. They got Najee Harris as a 76 overall running back. They got Solomon, a good defensive tackle at 78. Eason, a 78 overall. I mean, he fell to the 3rd round, and he should have been a top 3 pick for whatever reason. But, I mean, dude is a 78 overall. That's going to probably be a starter for them, or at least a very quick journey to be a starter. They got Ross Lee there in the 4th round, 70, 73, 70, and 69. The Patriots loaded up on a lot of talent this season. With the draft and free agency done, here's a good look at what our roster looks like going into season number 3. So at our offensive line, we have Greg Little, Josh Sitton at left tackle and left guard. We have Spencer Long at center. Right guard is going to be Ben Powers. Right tackle is going to be Colton Miller. Again, not the best offensive line. The left side is definitely better, but the right side and the middle, they're getting a little bit better. At tight end, we have Terrell Pryor Sr. with Clive Walker's going to be moving down to fullback this season. At wide receiver 1, we have Robbie Anderson. At number 2, we have Henry Ruggs, and we have Quincy Enunwa and Ardarius Stewart. And of course, Sam Darnold here at QB, and Bryce Love at running back with Matt Breida being his backup. The defense is where I'm actually really excited this season because I have a feeling we're going to cause a lot of problems for a lot of offenses. So, let's start at free safety. We have Marcus May in the top left. We have Reggie Ragland moving to right outside linebacker. We have Avery Williamson as our main middle linebacker with Reggie Ragland also playing a little bit there. David Bass is our starting left outside linebacker. Jamal Adams is our strong safety at a 90 overall. Then at cornerback number 1, we have Trumaine Johnson with Trey Waynes behind him at number 3. At number 2, we have David Amerson. At right end, we have Noah Spence, who's now an 80 overall, progressing really well for us. We have Chase Young at left end, who's a 78 overall as a rookie, and a really good opportunity for him to be Rookie of the Year this season. And then in the middle, we have Terrell Basham and Noah Shepard playing in the core for us. And if anybody cares about special teams, Greg Zuerlein is our kicker. Eventually, we'll be getting a different punter here in free agency. And Henry Ruggs and Kobe Phillips will be our punt and kick returners, with Josh Sitton being our long snapper, and again, Zuerlein being our kickoff starter. So what's next? Well, we're going to sim the preseason. We're going to see how these guys ultimately do, and I'll report to you guys on that. And then we're going to jump right into the regular season, see how this team does. But I want to know from you guys, what do you think is in store for this team in season number 3? Do they defend their Super Bowl championship? Do they fall off the wagon? Or do they just hold a middle of the road? I need to know some predictions from you guys in the comments down below, because this season is going to be one to remember.